Geek
Cross.
Hi, my name is Anna.
And I'm Peyton.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with another requested reaction to a group that we have never reacted to before and honestly don't know too much about. We'll be reacting to DONGKIZ.
It's interesting because this is the first time we're reacting to a group where we literally knew nothing about them beforehand. So we took a quick look at their profile, their Wikipedia page to do some research so we're not going in completely blind.
So they had a pre-debut track in 2018, Nom, which they then used as their debut promotion track, and we will actually be reacting to that today. That'll be the first video we watch. And then we'll also be reacting to their most recent song that they promoted, Lupin. And we do know that they have a comeback coming up, or by the time this video is out, it will have just happened, I think. But also, just in case you're not familiar with them either, they are a 5-member boy group. The oldest was born in 1998, and their age range goes all the way to 2002. Yes. And the only reason I know any of them is because they really stuck out in the In Countdown Sistar Touch My Body Dance Relay Challenge. They were, like, the 2 members that were part of the subunit were super cute, like really stuck out, so.
That being said, let's go. Oh yeah, the bottom corner says 2018, 11/14. It's a video game.
Wait, this is really cute.
Oh. It's all Legos. I'm trying to keep in mind that this is like a debut song / pre-debut.
And they're young.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my ass. Wait, he's wearing the construction hat, so I was like, Bob the Builder? I'm sorry. This is just really cute.
I really love the overalls, like the dance scene. They're super cute.
This one, they're all just... Oh, it's not Nom, it's Nom.
Nope.
Oh.
That makes more sense.
So it's like really playful. Nom. Okay. It's a video game. It's an arcade game.
It is, yeah.
It's literally an arcade game. Everything, like they have like the 8-bit cloud background when they're wearing the overalls, I think.
So cute.
Oh my god. They look like little conductors. It's like the penguin suit. I'm having flashbacks to like middle school band because we had to wear bow ties and cummerbunds.
Wait, when they're in the like dance scene in like the video game, it's got the you with the hearts lined up. Like you've got 5 hearts for them. Oh, that's so cute.
Also, I feel like I should be commenting on the song. I'm sorry. It's just very like playful, like the horns and everything.
Guitar. Oh, and they do the horns.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Bing, 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 da-da-da. So in complete honesty, I think knowing that this was a pre-release track, I kind of had like preconceived notions that it was going to be more just playful and kind of lighthearted, and you know, the dance wasn't going to be as intense. And honestly, it was very playful and it was very cute, but it also had a lot more dancing than I expected, and I was really pleasantly surprised when I went and watched the dance practice for it. And like while I was watching it, the word that kept coming to my mind was clear. But basically it's like, it's different than synchronized. It's like there's no added fluff or extra movement when they're doing movements. It's very succinct and it's almost like snappy, and it's just very clear, and it's very satisfying to watch something like that. That's not to say that there's no artistic elements to it. It's just like very like clear. That's the only word I can think to use, and that is the best word to use.
Like, if you compare it to writing an essay, it's very like clear-cut, concise.
Yes.
Like, no extra words trying to reach the word minimum.
Yeah. And they don't need any extra movement to get, like, their point across, if that makes sense. But yeah, I really liked it. But yeah, I mean, the dance, even with the fact that there is more in the dance than I was expecting, it is still very playful, even what you can see in the music video. Like, they're definitely playing around with the song. Like, in the chorus, there's all of the oohs, and they're doing a lot of, like, rolling hand movements that kind of match the way they're singing it, and it's really cute. And they, like, play around with the guitar line and with the horns that are playing in the bridge. But I will say, they got a jaw drop out of me when I was watching the dance practice, which takes a lot, because usually I'm very stoic in dance practices. But right before the very first chorus, they do this beautiful windmill barrel turn to the floor. And I literally was like, because I was not expecting it, because again, I was just thinking, oh, this will just be playful. So yeah, kudos to them. But yeah, I mean, it was just really cute. I had a lot more fun than I think I was expecting to, which isn't like to say that I was expecting I wasn't gonna like it. It's just that I had no idea what to expect. So on that note, Anna's turn.
So similarly to Peyton, not that I had like low expectations, but I was very pleasantly surprised by this. But anyways, to talk about the music, the song itself is kind of like a textbook debut song. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that they are a male K-pop group in the Korean music industry, and things have to be done a certain way, for at least at debut, especially if they come from a smaller company, which I believe they do. So what I mean by it being like a textbook debut song, like very formulaic, is just like, first of all, it's very upbeat, bright, youthful energy. The music video concept is very cute, and like the lyrics themselves literally talk about like, we are DONGKIZ, like this is who we are. I think the phrase that came into my mind was like they have a lot of peggy, you know?
Ambition? Why do you always do this?
Is it ambition?
Like drive? Like they have a lot of like
drive.
Yeah,
a lot of drive. They're very driven. The song itself is just a driving force the whole time. Like instrumentally, it does not let up. You hear brass from the beginning all the way through. You hear electric guitar all the way through. The only time there's a little bit of a break is like the drop before the chorus. And even then, I believe it's like an electric guitar playing on both sides, so it's not really like a break, because although most of the instruments have come out, the electric guitar is still kind of a harsh sound, so it's not really like you're getting a break. And like how the song really doesn't let up, there's also the constant driving force of the beat. So throughout the entire song, besides like the drop before the chorus, the beat 1, 2, 3, 4 is being counted out. Every single beat. It's just really constantly driving, and it does not let up because you hear every single beat being counted intentionally. Because sometimes other songs will do like it's more implied, or if it is being counted on every single beat, it isn't throughout the entire song. But this one does it throughout the entire song, because once again, it's just like that endless energy. We're constantly like going forward. But then talking about specific things in the song itself, the intro part where the horns come in on different pitches and like layered chords, it reminded me of 악동 musician. 사람들이 움직이는 게, like the intro part, right? But yeah, that's all my comments. Next. So next we will be reacting to Lupin, which came out in March of this year. Not much more to say, let's go.
So right off the bat,
it's darker.
Very different.
What?
Is it like a heist?
Oh my gosh, I love that.
I think it's like a heist.
Oh my gosh. They're working against time because the...
Ooh, I'm digging it so far. Oh my gosh, it's like Sherlock, because that's Big Ben.
That's what I was thinking.
I literally love it. I love Sherlock.
Oh, the shot is really cool with the different frames around him.
Oh, I recognize him.
Was he in the Sistar video? It's very groovy.
They're dancing with games.
Not anymore. What? Oh. It just felt like the tempo got slower, but I don't think it actually did. Interesting. Oh my god, are they going for like Kingsman or whatever? Because I know Korea
I was just
loves
thinking
Kingsman.
the exact same thing. I'm sure we're having the exact same thought right now. I'm here for it though.
But it's definitely, yeah. Oh, okay, chromatic line, alright. Eyebrows, sorry. Yeah, it didn't. They're hinting at the chorus right now. Wow.
Oh.
Is the footwork speaking to you, Peyton?
Yeah, right into my heart.
Oh. Oh, it totally is Kingsman. Do you see that outside?
It totally is.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's Kingsman or about the song?
I'll talk about it later. I'll tell you later.
Wow.
Huh. Oh, I like the ending. That was cool.
We will clarify that we did look it up, and we know that they are not Sherlock or Kingsman. They are thieves. And so, in fact, they are the people that Sherlock and the Kingsman would be looking for. But honestly, I am here for it. I love a good villain, especially like a high-class, sophisticated, you know, like definitely.
It's like Oceans.
Yeah, it's like Oceans. Like honestly, I feel kind of weird saying that when I now think about how young they are, but like concept-wise, I'm here for it. That being said, I think you could tell from my reaction that I was really enjoying this. So I did watch the dance, so I'm going to touch on a couple of things that you could see in the dance practice and in the actual music video. First, they do a magic trick, which is like a cool touch to add to something because yes, like we all know it's a trick, but it's just kind of like eye-catching, especially since they start the song with it. And that's like, I think really smart because that's something that people remember later. But also then once I knew that they were thieves, I thought like it had a little bit more meaning to it because they actually go back and forth between the scarf and the cane a couple of times. And it kind of gives that like mischievous, like I'm deceiving you right under your nose, like right before your eyes feel. So then obviously one of the big things I want to talk about is how they're dancing with canes. Props in general are just, they're a whole different struggle from just learning a dance by itself. And I completely empathize with that. It's just a completely different style because you have to be conscious of this thing that's not attached to your body, which is really difficult to do, especially if you're trying to match it with other people. And especially canes, which are just like this straight line, you have to be so conscientious of the lines that you're making because if someone is just a little bit off or tilting it a little bit wrong, your eye's immediately drawn to that. And I was actually really impressed by the fact that for a majority of their dance, like they are very on par with the lines that they're making. Obviously, there's a couple of times where someone gets a little bit tilted, especially when they're holding it on the ground, but like that happens because if you're holding something on the ground and you're moving, it's gonna move with you. So like it was understandable. But yeah, I thought it was a really nice touch because it also gives that like more high-class, sophisticated, like walking cane, like gentleman's criminal vibe. And it didn't feel like, oh, let's dance with canes just to like dance with canes to like make the dance interesting or intriguing or something. Like it actually fit with the song. And then the other thing that was like obviously got a big reaction out of me was their footwork. If you've ever seen many videos on our channel, you'll know that I am like here for footwork because it's so much harder to fake being together or like fake good footwork. Like obviously the footwork that they're doing, it's not like the only time I've ever seen that specific pattern of footwork, but it is actually a very difficult pattern to get right, especially to get right all together. So I really liked it, if you can't tell. Anna's turn.
So this is very different from them.
Oh yeah.
It starts off very funky, like with the funky guitar line and the bass and everything. The line that it's playing is very reminiscent of like spy movies, but then like there's that one line in the middle of the song. I think it's in the second verse that I mentioned, and I was like, oh, okay, chromatic, because it goes chromatic, and chromaticism puts you on edge a lot because it sounds really crunchy, and like that makes sense because they're thieves, so you need to be on edge because they might steal something from you, you know. Just to talk about a few more things about the song, the pre-chorus is really interesting to me. Most of my notes are about the pre-chorus because it's like dreamlike, but then the trap beat comes in, so I was like, huh? And they also have a lot of background vocals in there that are layered very beautifully. On top of that, there's that one section where it feels like it's slowing down, and I said that I would explain it here. So the song itself doesn't actually slow down, like the tempo doesn't change, but it gives the effect of slowing down paired with what was happening in the music video at the time, because I think it was showing the dance. Peyton told me that in the music video during the dance, they're like slowing their movements, but the music itself isn't slowing down. Instead, what it's doing is it's emphasizing the beat differently. Instead of hitting it on 1, 2, 3, 4, or even doing it in halftime and hitting it on the 1, 2, 3, 4, they're hitting quarter note triplets. Besides the first one, nothing is being hit exactly on an on or an off beat.
That's so weird.
So it feels like it's slowing down because it's just like slightly off, but it's not. Basically how you would count it out is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, da, 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 da. And the reason why you feel it so strongly is because not only is the main melody being sung in that way, the bass is also hitting only that. And the rest of the instrumental is like extremely sparse. So your focus is on the bass and the vocals. And since that's being doubled and then like the music video combined, you feel it very strongly, so it feels like it's slowing down. But then the second time it comes around for the second pre-chorus, I don't know about you, but I didn't feel it as strongly anymore because I was like, okay, I know this is coming, I'm not caught off guard. But yeah, that's all I really had to say. TLDR, Peyton.
Okay, so TLDR for the video is that neither of us really knew what to expect by this group or by either of these songs. And I think I speak for both of us when I say that we were pleasantly surprised and enjoyed reacting to these. I think if I had to choose between the two, like it's pretty clear that I preferred Lupin out of the two. Anna, what about you?
I don't actually know.
Oh. But either way, we are intrigued and enjoyed this reaction.
So that being said, if you liked this video and are a fan of DONGKIZ or have come to learn about DONGKIZ through this video and enjoyed our reaction, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!